All right, welcome to Old's Farm. Today we're going to discuss root pruning fig trees. This is the third time we've done this video because I figured out my mic was dead. So hopefully this time it works for us. All right, so to begin with, we've got plastic down. I have some dirt mixed up ready to go, a tote to do all their pruning in. I have a couple soils that I got on clearance. We've got Pro Mix and Rejuvenate. They both turn into a pretty nice mixture. It's nice loose soil, gives it a little bit of a good moisture retention with breathing capabilities. It doesn't break down and cause root rot or anything like that, so it works out well. So we've already done a handful of the trees, and I thought I'd show you guys how to do one. So this tree here is Sunfire. I got these trees in the fall. They were still awake, so I put I think they were in a 7-gallon pot, and I moved them to a 10-gallon, 10, 15. I'm not sure exactly what size this is, but there's about a 2-inch gap in here, and so I filled in the holes. Some roots grew through and some didn't, but today we're going to clean up the roots. So the first step is to take it out of the pot and remove the extra soil. And we're just going to knock off all the extra soil here from last fall. And this one did grow through pretty good, but we want to get the root bound part of the tree taken care of. If we don't do it now, by the time it gets root bound in the next pot, it'll be a mess, and we'll have to really cut it back. One of the first things you want to do is when you prune these in the fall, this tree is about a third of the size as what it was before. So we want to make the top match what's left on the roots, and this one will be good. So first step I like to do is take the corners of the pot on the top and bottom off. And a nice saw helps, but this saw is what I have. It does the job, but it's not the greatest. Some of these roots are quite thick, so it takes a bit to get through them. As you can see, these are almost finger thick, and they are wrapped around pretty hard. So we're going to slice that one off. Get that one out of the way. I think we ought to take this one off so it doesn't restrict the growth. And if nothing else, that'll allow it to push out a little bit. Plenty of roots will fill in for its spot. Getting some thick roots in there. All right. So we've got the top all done. Let's see if I can get you guys in real close here and look. So we've got roots all over the place right here, circling the top, and that is what we don't want. So with it doing that, we're going to take these we're just cutting the very edge off. Sometimes these can girdle themselves with the roots being bound up pretty good, and that is something also we don't want. All right, so that looks pretty good on the top. We've got all the edges all the way around. We're gonna work on the bottom. All right. This one has some pretty hefty roots, and that is probably why it grew so well. We'll just toss those out because it's all root. All right. I think I'm going to leave this little section here, but I'm going to take a slice, and some of these other circling roots will stop them from circling by slicing them. All right. So we just got a little corner left to go. And now we just want to kind of take off the bottom cap of roots, which may be tough because it looks like these have been root bound for some time. All right, I think we're gonna just keep on going this direction. There, making some progress. And this is definitely not the best saw, but we only have a couple left to do, so we'll make it work for this year. And I think I picked the most root bound tree for you guys to see. So that bottom cap is pure roots. I think we're going to call that good. We've got a majority of the root bound taken care of. We'll kind of loosen these up. They'll hopefully grow out. Slice a couple of these. Any circling roots underneath there that we missed, take care of those. hopefully it'll grow to the outside of the pot. And we'll see how this turns out, but I think it'll be good. So, get rid of some of our big clumps of roots here. A few of them doesn't hurt anything. All right. We'll get our pot filled up a little bit. Get a nice base for our tree to sit in here. And we now have a decent root ball that's not too root bound. We're sitting a little high, so take a little bit out. All right. Yep, still want to go down. We're trying to get right about a ½ inch to an inch below the top. And there's more dirt in here than I thought there was. All right. So now that we're sitting, the soil level's below the surface of the pot for the most part, we'll start filling her back up. We'll pack it down as we go, so I don't leave any air pockets. And the soil will settle through the season, so it should be okay. All right. And that's all there is to root pruning. It is quite a workout, so after a handful of these, your arms will be sore for the day. And hopefully in about 6 months, we'll be eating some figs off the sun part. And hopefully the root pruning will give us a higher yield, and the health of the tree will be a lot better. Anyway, thanks for joining us.